Welcome to Beyond the Headlines on the WMBD Plus app, where we break down today's local news stories with our very own reporters. I'm Brianna Rittman. Today on Beyond the Headlines, Court Street in Pekin is still under construction. We get an update from the mayor. And then we will be talking about a ribbon cutting for our WMBD team's Bloomington Bureau. And lastly, the Stuff a Bus campaign in Peoria has wrapped up and organizers have met their goal. But first, Court Street in Pekin has been under construction for some time now, and workers say it's almost done. WMBD's Cameron Main spoke with city leaders about the construction and joins us now. So Cameron, what is the Court Street construction project?
Well, Pekin residents will be very familiar with this. This has been a kind of four-phase project that's lasted for since 2021. It's been around a while, and I've got my little fact sheet, and let me put on the reading glasses.
Okay, got your readers.
Yeah, let me read you some facts. So basically, some of this stuff, the Section 1, Phase 1, Veterans Drive to Hilltop Drive, that was completed. Then Section 2 was Hilltop Drive to Stadium Drive.
Okay.
That was set to be completed in 2025. And then there's Section 3, Stadium Drive to 10th Street. That is kind of what the stage they're at. And then they have Section 4, Phase 4, 10th Street to 8th Street. Okay. This is a whole Court Street project that the mayor says they're hoping to end it by next year, this time next year, actually. So
the entire project?
The entire project. So, you know, this has been almost a 5-year project at this point, and the mayor said, you know, this was one of the projects she is the most proud of, because basically the city of Pekin, they took over jurisdiction of Court Street from IDOT, the Illinois Department of Transportation.
Okay.
And the corridor, they say, needed significant improvement. So that is what they've been spending a bunch of their time on, kind of improving the city of Pekin's infrastructure. And Court Street, for those that don't live in Pekin, including myself, it is kind of the lifeblood. It is this vein in the city of Pekin that many people rely on. So it is a really important road for them, and having that, you know, accessibility really matters. But it is also like, think about it from the orange cone perspective. When people see orange cones, they get upset. And Pekin residents have obviously, even the ones in our homes, our executive producer has been honestly on and on and on and on and on and on about the Court Street construction. She was not very happy. But it seems like with this construction possibly wrapping up by next year.
End in sight. There's an end in sight.
There's an end in sight.
So what, you mentioned different streets and everything. What is going on? Are they becoming wide? Are they widening streets, adding sidewalks? What are they doing? What's the project?
So a lot of it is kind of widening it and then updating the sidewalks, curbing it. They talked about stone walling as well. They had one church which had 4 or 5 foot stone wall, and then they kind of, because they had to expand it, they had to bring down that wall and rebuild it again. So they've done a bunch of things alongside with it. There's also been a lot of sewer work. So while they have gone under Court Street, I now just see this one hair that's like sticking out like an antenna.
Okay, alfalfa.
Yeah. But basically, there's this one street that
alfalfa.
Yeah, when they brought up the roads, right, and when they go over Court Street, they were going over the sewer pipes. So Illinois American Water, they're like, let's just update the pipes while we're at it. You already have it up. We can see the pipes. Let's just improve them. Let's make them better. And so that is something that is being fully reimbursed by Illinois American Water to get that all done. And so there have been a lot of interesting parts about the project that you wouldn't really expect. A fair amount of the cost has been, again, reimbursed by Illinois American Water. IDOT grants have been given to the city, but a fair amount of the cost has ended up on the city of Pekin's lap. So it has been a very costly infrastructure improvement. I think in the rounds of this will total $35 million.
Wow, okay.
You'd have to move some of the state grants around and the reimbursements to figure out how much that cost the city of Pekin, but $35 million total, and most of that is being paid by the city.
Okay, well, Cameron, thank you for letting the residents of Pekin and the rest of Central Illinois know that if they travel to Pekin, there is an end in sight.
There is an end to the orange cones.
Now, Cameron, have you ever snacked on the goldfish, the crackers?
I actually have had them before. They're okay.
All right. Now, I think we have Cheez-Its in our vending machine. Sometimes the goldfish are there. But Goldfish is gearing up for an exciting and flavor-packed year. Starting next year, they will be launching new Goldfish seasoned pretzels. Fans can also get excited for 2 new cracker varieties hitting shelves: Goldfish Zesty Ranch crackers and limited edition collab with Disney Pixar for Toy Story cheddar crackers. Find them all in the cracker aisle at major retailers nationwide starting next month.
So, just like themed goldfish.
Right, and then the ranch ones. And then the pretzels was like honey mustard and a fiery something else.
Oh, okay. It doesn't sound too bad. I do see in America they try and figure out new flavors with
For everything.
For everything.
Everything.
If there is a flower color, wet dog smell flavor, they have.
If it's not a
those.
flavor, it's going to be a scent in something.
Exactly.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that is true.
They asked which flavors. I don't know. Chris said he would try the honey mustard pretzels. The Zesty Ranch doesn't seem too bad, but I don't see myself snacking on
I'm a
them
pretty
forever.
plain guy, you know. I
No,
like
right.
my food
I feel like that's a lot. The cheese is a lot already.
Like if I order a banana, I want a banana. I don't know where you're ordering a banana from, but
Yeah, you just want to
you
take
just
it up.
want
But
the
there's
banana.
chocolate covered bananas. I'm sure you have known people have done that. Chocolate covered strawberries.
People
and
have done that, yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But I don't agree with it. I think it's a sin. But you just eat the banana.
It's a whole company, Edible Arrangements. I don't know if they're still around, but they do that, chocolate covered fruit. Obviously, strawberries is the main one, but you can get it like the pineapples can be covered. It gets a floral arrangement.
Chocolate should stay here and fruit should stay there. And there should be this 4-foot
This one.
stone wall built by the city of Pekin between those two.
But there you have it. That is Cameron's take on chocolate and fruit. Now, when we come back on Beyond the Headlines, an exciting day for our team here at WMBD. We'll show you the ribbon cutting celebration for our Bloomington Bureau. Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's an exciting day for all of us here at WMBD. Our new Bloomington Bureau and newsroom had its grand opening this morning. WMBD's Austin Feeman was at the ribbon cutting and joins us live from the Bureau to share more about the celebration and what it will do for the Twin Cities community. So, Austin, what happened at this morning's ribbon cutting? I heard there was like a raffle of some sort.
Yeah, thank you, Brianna. So basically, this morning, we at the Bloomington Bureau, members of the community came in to help us celebrate the grand opening of our sales office and a news studio. A bunch of different people throughout the community, including Mayor Dan Brady, the McLean County Chamber of Commerce, all came to help us celebrate this big opening. Now, this isn't the official. This is the official opening, but myself personally, and I know Brianna, we have been working out of the Bureau for a little while now, a few months, but. You know, everything, it was just a giant official celebration. There was refreshments, there was a ribbon cutting, all sorts of different things. And people came in to see what the new building looks like, you know, what now WMBD has to offer in the Twin Cities. And, you know, WMBD News is the only fully staffed news and sales team in Bloomington Normal, which is a pretty big deal for the television news. So it was just a nice celebration to kind of show off the accomplishments that WMBD News has done over the past year or so.
Yes, I remember last summer when we started moving from our Lincoln location to the downtown Bloomington location. So tell us, how will this new building improve the Twin Cities community?
Yeah, so, you know, with us moving from our Lincoln location to our downtown Bloomington location over in Washington, it opens up a lot of opportunities for us and more opportunities to engage with the community. And, you know, our Bureau is a lot closer to a lot of the government buildings in downtown Bloomington and really just downtown Bloomington in general. So it makes it a lot easier for us to go and talk with our community leaders and get stories from them. And you know, McLean County Chamber of Commerce helped put on all of this, the ribbon cutting, and they really see the value in local news organizations really engaging with the community and bringing more local media to the Twin Cities. Like I said earlier, we are way more centralized now, closer to downtown and government, and overall, we're just going to be able to engage with the community more, tell more stories efficiently and effectively.
Now, what are some of those features at the Bureau that we have?
Yeah, so obviously we have our new sales offices. There's a few people that come in, work sales down in the Bureau, and then we also have this new studio that I am standing in right now. You may have seen me, been reporting from here for the past few months. This is our official first, I would say, use of the studio since the grand opening. But we also have editing computers and stuff to for us to be more efficient with our work. And, we have sports come down here sometimes when they cover games in the Twin Cities. This gives them a chance to be able to stay at the game or the event longer, and then come back here, edit everything up, and tell a much more thought out and thorough story than they were from driving from Peoria and back. So overall, the new Bureau is just giving us so many more opportunities to tell more stories that matter to the people of the Twin Cities.
All right, thank you, Austin, for that update. I must say myself, one of my favorite features is the poster that has all the ISU Redbirds listed on there. So take a stop by and look at whether in front of the camera, behind the scenes, who on our team is a Redbird. Now, Austin was talking about how I have not watched this show, and he wished he was here to talk about this with me. But the first half of Stranger Things Season 5 was released over the Thanksgiving holiday. Without spoiling anything, the 4th episode ends with a spectacular action sequence. The production team released a video showing how they pulled it off. Take a look.
Behind me, you can see a bunch of cranes with wires. We're setting up for the battle. Those cranes are for the stunts, actually, because they're all going to be connected to wires, and they get pulled and thrown, and it's pretty cool watching it.
We took the most time prepping it. We had a total of 50 kills in that sequence. There's a lot of stunt folks that were working. I had 56 amazing stunt folks that came out and just thrashed themselves for us.
It's been reported each episode had a $60 million budget. Each episode. Not the entire season, but each episode. Now, the next 3 episodes drop on Christmas, and the series finale will hit Netflix and some movie theaters New Year's Eve. Oh, I'm so excited for all you Stranger Things fans. So I have not watched it, nor have I watched Game of Thrones. No, just like with Game of Thrones, it's Squid Game, all of them. It just was like the hype was there, then it wasn't, and I just haven't watched any of them. It just got to a point like it's too far gone. Now, we've got one more local story when we come back to the Beyond the Headlines. The Stuff a Bus campaign has wrapped up, and organizers say they beat their goal for the amount of food donated. We'll let you know how much. Welcome back. Our final big local story of the day, an area food drive exceeding their goal. WMBD's Alex Berger shares what the goal was and how much was raised.
I am just amazed.
Since October, CityLink has been collecting food as part of their 38th annual Stuff a Bus food drive. Their goal was 10 tons of food, and at Tuesday's conclusion press conference, they announced they were able to collect 4 tons more than their goal, bringing the total to 14 tons.
I am so thrilled for what our community is able to do. This is a community about giving. We actually added Pekin as part of Stuff a Bus this year, and this is our 38th year. Involving them, it helped us get to our goal.
Each year, the Peoria Rivermen help unload the food from the bus. For them, it's just another teamwork exercise.
We make it a lot of fun. Sometimes it's, helping each other out. Sometimes it's little chirps here and there to keep it light. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of complaints as far as how many compliments on how things are running in here.
loosey-goosey like your brain?
We're having fun.
All of the food goes towards the Peoria Friendship House of Christian Service, who are able to stock their food pantry with it to provide for anyone in need.
It means everything. When you're talking about, level of compassion it takes for individuals to support the Stuff a Bus and make sure that we're doing our part as a community, as an organization, to make sure that no one goes hungry.
With the amount raised this year, it gives everyone high expectations for next year's campaign.
We're going to have to raise the bar in terms of what we expect, but we can shoot for 12 or more.
For Beyond the Headlines on WMBD Plus, I'm Alex Berger.
That's great that they were able to surpass their goal by 4 tons. That's an amazing feat. Now, switching gears, one fire department in Canada has a pretty big following on social media for the humorous videos they post. The team decided to share some audition videos for the next Twilight movie. Take a look. I love it. I love when organizations have a little fun. They, get into a little of the pop culture and they just have fun. It makes them more personable. And I guess they also have the time, which is kind of good that they don't have so many fires, because Canada does get crazy with the fires sometimes. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us for today's Beyond the Headlines. You can find all these stories and more over on our website, ciproud.com.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to ciproud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.